Hi everyone, and welcome to Celebration Week. So what are we celebrating? Well, we're celebrating the fact that the Glitterbombers membership is 1 year old and we are having art classes all week, every single day. And we're also going to have some giveaways. So at the very end, I'm going to tell you how to get entered to win an Amazon gift card, which you can use to get art supplies or whatever you'd like. That is going to be up to you. But if you're tuning in tonight, you might be a kid or a homeschooler who's coming to create with me, or you might be an art teacher who has a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and is coming to listen. Hello, Lucy and Evie and Isabel. I am so glad you could make it. But I'm really excited about this store. Hello, Harvey. This store has so many ideas, so much creativity that I know that all of you are going to put into it. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Byron. Hello, Lexi. So as everyone's pouring in, feel free to say hello and where you are tuning in from. Hello, Serafina and Sawyer. I am so glad I see some familiar faces, and I see some new ones too. So I am so excited. Hi, Audrey and Henry, and thank you. Hello, Kinsey and Elliot and Elijah and Eleanor in Baltimore. And Emmy, I wonder if who's got it the snowiest right now. I know there's snow kind of everywhere. Hello, Noah and Ruby. I bet you it's not Ruby in Arizona. I bet you there's no snow there, right? Hello, Addie, Samuel from California, and Kinsey from New Jersey. I love this. Fallon Finnegan and Eamon are ready. Alice and Willow, so many people are coming to join us this week. Hello, Julia and Claire from North Carolina. So, I'm going to show you, and someone's saying hi from Michigan, and I'm in Michigan too. Hi, Kate, Willa, and Wilmington. So I want to show you and talk about Emily, Mom, and Bjorn from Austin, Texas. Oh, good. Hello, Oscar. No snow in Phoenix. Yeah, I'm guessing that you are safe from the snow there in Phoenix. You might be one of the only places. Oh no, I keep freezing. Yikes. Well, I hope that doesn't continue. Hi, Natalie and Aubrey, and I am sorry. Hello, Cora. We're getting some freezing rain here. So every once in a while, weather does sadly affect live streams. So if that is the case, generally what happens is the post live stream usually works just fine. It's just getting me live. Sometimes that can happen. So just so you know, this video afterwards, it takes Facebook about 5 to 10 minutes to pop it up afterwards, and then it will be there. It's not going anywhere. If you want to share with anyone who missed tonight, or if there's one of the days that you can't make it with me this week, then you will have the videos here and you can come back and watch later. Hello, Jolie and Leah from Minnesota. I bet you have more snow than I do. Minnesota gets cold. So let's talk about what's going on this week. So today we're going to be doing this dream door. Hello, Alexandra and Aubrey. And tomorrow, I got all of them right here, we are going to be creating Alien in Trouble. Hello, Cecilia and Gordon and Camden. So we're going to be creating this alien in trouble. And this alien, instead of being the bad guy, we're gonna, look, he's kind of in trouble, kind of trapped on this planet. Hello, Charlotte. And Wednesday, we're going to be doing a bear king or queen, and you get to decide what your bear is going to be the king or queen of. This one is chalk pastel for any of you who have not used chalk. Can you use something else? Absolutely. But if you have chalk pastel, it might be really fun to bring. And on Thursday, we're going to be getting out tempera. We're going to be painting kite fish. So these beautiful fish, you're going to want to bring about 4 to 5 colors of tempera and some black and some white. You can put this on any kind of paper. If you don't have big paper, bring small paper. I will give you plenty of ideas for working with what you have. Don't ever let the supplies stop you. If you don't have a supply, you don't have chalk pastel, you don't have tempera, come anyway. I will have suggestions. Or feel free to have a parent or caregiver message me and ask, is there something I can bring instead? And I will have suggestions for you so you can be set up and ready to go before we start. Hi, Nina. And then on Friday, we're going to be creating our sea dragon or sea serpent. And I am really excited all week to be creating these with you. Different mediums, different things we're going to be creating. So today, let's talk about today. So today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, a very famous speech about making the world a better place. So that's what inspired the idea for this dream door. On the other side of our door, do you notice how it's black and white on this side of the door? But through this door is kind of a magical, better world. Hi, Jasper, and you get to decide what that world is. Now, you can also, if you've been watching Encanto and singing along like I have, you can turn this door into your dream door in the Encanto style as well. So it's totally up to you today. We're going to use a black marker, black Sharpie to draw, and then you can use whatever you have to color the inside. If you have crayons or colored pencil, I'm going to attempt to color mine with colored pencil. Sometimes when coloring on the wall, colored pencils are really hard to do, so I have crayons just in case. You can also use markers, use whatever you have. So wanted to show you a couple of ideas here as we get going. So here's another door, and here's a bunch of kids or people holding hands, and here's some kid examples. So here's one who's looking for friendship between animals, predators and prey. So frogs and flies, and bear and deer, and owls and mice. And this one, there's plesiosaurus. They've been hiding out, wishing to kind of pop back into the world and having hope there. And that's what all this water is streaming out. So your door can be whatever your door, whatever you dream on the other side of this door. So don't feel like you have to draw what I'm drawing. I'm going to draw this garden, but I want you to be inspired to think about what would make the world a better place. What would make the world better? It can be animals, it can be words, it could be anything that you think of. And like I said, if you want to take this door and go the direction of Encanto, with what your gift is, you can do this door that way also. So go ahead and grab your black marker and we're going to get started. So I want you to place your paper upright here in the upright position, and we are going to draw our door. Now, I want you to try to make your door kind of big. So if your door is really, really tiny, you're going to have a lot of space and you're going to have only a little bit to decorate on the inside. So as you're drawing your door, I want you to think about making it fill up a lot of the page. And we're going to get started by drawing the bottom of the door first. And we're going to draw a horizontal line. Now, depending on how far to the bottom, if you draw your bottom of your door close to the bottom of the paper, you won't have as many steps. So you want to leave a little bit of room so you can draw some stairs. I'm going to show you how to make them look like they're coming closer towards you. We're going to draw a horizontal line and it's going to go across the paper. So that is as wide as my door is going to be. The next thing I'm going to do is draw two vertical lines going up and stopping at the same point. So depending on how tall I want my door to be. So I'm going to draw this line. It's going to go up, stop right about there. And if your line isn't straight, guess what? Mine isn't either. In fact, my line's even wobbling and going to the side a little bit. And the reason this is okay is because this, I want you to imagine that you stumbled upon this door in an old gate. So if your bricks are a little wobbly, your lines are a little wobbly, it's an old door. So this line comes up to this point. I'm going to bring this line up to the same point. It's about the same. And now I'm going to put a rainbow right on top of these two lines to connect it. Now I want you to remember where that rainbow was. And the reason is, when we draw the edge of the door next, we're going to stop right where that rainbow line connected right here. So I want you to go to the other side of the door first, at the very bottom, and draw a little line that goes out. I'm going to actually bring you in just a little bit here. Hang on, let's see if, there we go. You can see a little bit better. So you see my little line here? Now I'm going to follow, I'm going to draw a line parallel, but it's going to stop right when I get here. This is where that rainbow ended. So watch me first. It's going to go up, it's going to go around, and it's going to just stop right there. And the reason it's going to stop is because that's where our door opens. So if you accidentally drew the other piece already, don't worry about it. That happens. It's not going to ruin your picture at all. But we want it to stop right there because we're going to draw another curved line, and it's going to curve, touch that piece, and go right off the paper. Now we're going to draw the bottom of the door. So we're going to come all the way to this line here, but the bottom of the door isn't going to go straight. It's going to come down towards the bottom of the paper, and that's going to help it look like it's opening. So we're going to put it right here and bring it down. Now we're going to add some of the details for the door. I got to bring you back a little bit, or you can't see the top of the door. There we go. We're going to draw the keystone. So this particular brick at the very top is what kind of holds all of this arch together. So at the very top, I want you to draw what looks like a rounded rectangle at the very top of the door. That's going to be the point at which we draw the rest of the bricks, or the rest of these big stones. So on the side that ends at the door, we're going to draw a line that goes out and down, out and down, out and down. You want these to not look perfect. So if some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, some of them look wobbly and have wobbly lines, these are old stones. And then I want you to do the same thing on the other side, but we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. So we're going to go out and down, out and down, out and down, and keep on going. Remember that they don't have to be perfect. They can be lumpy. They can be bumpy. This is an old door. And keep on going until you reach the very bottom of your door. And I'm just going to hang on for 1 second and let everyone catch up and make sure you are drawing your bricks, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the stairs. And the stairs has a series of lines, and it makes it look like they're getting bigger as they're approaching you. So I'm going to scoot the camera back just a tiny bit so you can see this one as well. Okay, so the first two lines are going to come where the original door is. So do you remember how I drew this original shape? That's the bottom, and that's the bottom. So not over here, but at the original shape. And I'm going to draw a line that doesn't go straight down, but it's going to go towards the corner of the paper. Like this. I'm going to draw another one at the bottom of the other side of the door that goes slightly out like this. That is our porch. Now, I want you to connect those two lines. Now, if you want to have a really big porch, You can make these lines a little bit longer, or you can have a really tiny porch. But we're going to connect this line, and I'm going to show you something. You can do a straight line, or you can do long dashes. And these long dashes will make everything look older, like everything's kind of falling apart. So this is our porch, and now we're going to draw the first step. The next two lines go straight down. So right at the corners, straight down, straight down. And then we're going to go ahead and connect. And again, you can draw a straight line, or you can draw these longer dashes. Now the next part is going to depend on how much room you have to the bottom of your paper. You might have a lot of room. That means you might have a lot of steps. I don't have as much room for this one, so I'm not going to have as many steps, but every single time you add a step, you're going to do it in exactly the same way. From the corners, you're going to draw a line that goes off to the side, and you're going to connect them. And then the next lines go straight down. Now, if you didn't reach the edge of your paper yet, you're going to keep going. So every single time you draw a line straight down, you're going to connect them with the line. And if you still have room, you're going to draw another line that goes off to the side, and then connect it. And you're going to keep going. This is a really fun way to draw stairs, but it does depend. And you can see how this one I had a lot more room, and this stair ended up being a lot shorter. So it really depends on how big your door is and how much room you have. Once you have your porch and you have your stairs, we should kind of give a welcome mat. So right here on your porch, we can draw a rounded rectangle here. And I'm going to make my welcome mat say dream. If you have a different word that you want to add to yours, then I encourage you to do it. If you want to make big fat letters like this, I'm going to put D, R, E, A, M, and then I'm going to go back and fatten my letters. So if you want to have fat letters, this is a really easy way to do it. And I'm just going to go and thicken all these lines. You might have chosen a different word. Get my A and my M. You can also do a design on your mat instead of a word. You have lots of options here, but this is your door. There we go. Okay, so I have my mat, I have my stairs, I have the doorway. Let's finish designing the door. If you want, you can design the inside of the door however you want, but I'm going to show you a way to make it look really kind of old. Hello, Callista. So up here, I'm going to draw some lines that are going to go up and to the right. I'm going to draw 2 of them. And then down here, I'm going to draw some lines that go down and to the right. Think of these as kind of some boards. You can draw straight lines, so you can connect these if you want. Or you can leave them slightly open like this. Hi, Lorelei. And then I'm going to add some vertical lines. Now these I'm going to make dashed. So long dashes. And this makes our door look older. Now, if you have a different design for yours, then go ahead and include that. My oldest decided that she wanted to have hinges. So that might be, I'm gonna scoot it out of the way. There we go, so you can see both. So you can draw hinges on your door if you'd like. So lots of options for whatever door. And then she decided to draw hearts. So you can draw whatever you want on your door. But what I want you to think about next is, what does the wall look like around your doorway? Is it brick? Is it like these big, thick, chunky stones? Is it something else? I'm going to first draw a horizon line. So that's where the ground is, by not the edge by the door here, but on the other side, drawing a line. So now I know where my ground is. And here's the wall that this door is set in. So while you were walking and you ran into this wall with this magical door, so however you want to design your wall, I'm going to make there be some big chunky stones. So I'm just going to draw some shapes that have rounded edges. And I'm going to make them kind of go every which way. I want my wall to look like it was just kind of built stone by stone. And I get to decide what kind of stones these are. These are big kind of boulders. So this is like an old garden wall. I'm going to put some over here, making these a little bit bigger than these, but not by much. And I'm going to make sure that I do my lines all the way up to the top, so it really looks like this door, this old door, is set inside a wall. Now this is a good opportunity for you if you'd like to draw some kind of greenery on your wall or on your door. Something hanging down, you can do that. You can do plant life. This is something you can do now or later with the colors. But now we're going to decide what is inside your door. So how do you feel like the world could be a better place? More love, more joy, friendship, hope. I'm going to start by putting a word in, and I'm going to just do this one today so you can see how I did it. But I want you to feel inspired and to think, what would be through your door? So I'm going to start here with putting in a word. And if you're saying, do I have to put in a word? The answer is no. I just like to put in a word because it helps fill up that space. But you might have an idea for what's through your door, and it might not involve a word at all. As soon as I get my word in, I'm going to show you the other examples just to get those creative juices flowing. Okay, I have my word colored, so I'm going to bring back those other ones just so you can see them. Just so you can get an idea. You can also put some mushrooms, some plants on the outside of your door, but you want the inside, what's through the door, to be more beautiful than what's on this side of the door. So I drew birds, flowers, the word joy. Here's another example. You can do plant life hanging down from your door. You can do vines if you want to put ivy on your door. And she chose just to go with animals. And here's another example of animals through here. And she decided to decorate some of the bricks around her door. and to put a little bit of greenery on the side. So just to show you ideas of what's possible, but I want you to feel inspired. Okay, I put my word here, so I'm gonna do a butterfly next. And if you wanna add a butterfly, draw a little circle, draw another circle underneath it, and then a long line, and just thicken it. And actually you can't see the differences in those circles right now because you're too far back. There we go. I want to make sure that those circles are a little bit thicker than that long bit of that butterfly. And then for the wings, we can come out, bump, bump, and back in. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Out, bump, bump, and back in. And then the bottom of the wing actually would start right here on this wing. So I'm going to draw a curved line that comes out and around, and same thing on this side, a curved line that comes out and around. So that's a really easy way to draw a butterfly. If you'd like to add a butterfly, make sure we give our butterfly antenna and some designs on the inside. Depending on how big your butterfly is, if you drew one, you may have more room for wing decorations or less. So there's my butterfly, and just depending on the area I have, I'm going to put some flowers at the bottom. There's my tulip with my big leaves. And I'm going to put a different kind of flower by putting the center. So I would love to know what you're creating through your doorway. Another tulip. And another one of those flowers with the big center and the petals. There we go. Then I have all this space to fill up. So I'm going to need something bigger here. Make a bigger flower. With some petals. So the bigger your door, the more space that you have to fill in as well. And if you end up having a lot of space, you can fill it in with more words, with hearts, frogs, forests, and peace. Beautiful idea. I love that. The peace sign would be wonderful to add. And you know what? You don't have to draw a lot of things inside your door either. Dinosaurs, spearmint, and mushrooms behind the doors at our house. That is fabulous. Dinosaurs and spearmint. The words might be backwards. Sometimes it decides to do that. I am so sorry if you copy them backwards. No plastic in oceans, clean air. I love that. I'm filling my space with some hearts here. And I think I'm putting some lines around some of mine so they really radiate outward. creativity. I love that. And when you're done creating with your black marker, your Sharpie, or whatever else you're using, then it's time to color. Now you can color the outside of your door. If you do, you might want to choose a duller color. You want to make it look like everything that is behind that door is kind of where you want to be. I'm going to get out my colored pencils and start. I'm going to start with my hearts here. And like I said, you can use anything you want to color with. If you have markers, you can use crayons also, so you definitely don't have to use colored pencils. I like using colored pencils because I have some little tiny areas to get inside here, especially for my butterflies or my flowers. And if any of you out there would also like to, Emily, I'm so sorry. The backwards, the mirroring, sometimes when I'm live is a big problem, and I hadn't anticipated that beforehand with the words, and I apologize. That has to be so frustrating. Putting some purple in. Now, one of the other benefits of filling up this space is that there's less to color in the background. Natural gardens and save the planet. I love that. I bet you that is beautiful. I chose really simple flowers in here, but I wonder what kind of flowers and plants you chose for your garden. Getting out my yellow. Want to add some really, really bright colors behind the door. And I always leave my butterfly for last because I can never figure out what color I want my butterfly to be. If you want anything to be glowing, like my hearts, you can use a yellow, kind of go around it like I am, to make it kind of glow and be a little bit exciting. Get out all of my greens here. I would love to know, I bet you, when everybody's quiet, it's always a great thing because I know everybody is creating. I'm just going around and adding my greenery here while I have all my greens out. And then I think I need to go back in and add some red. You can also color your mat. It's a really fun way to make it look like it's the entryway into this beautiful world. So if anyone has suggestions for what color I should make this butterfly, let me know, because I can never decide. And I always want to make it something different, something that'll really pop. So as I color my flowers here, I'm trying to use every color rainbow. I should do a rainbow butterfly, shouldn't I? I've never tried that before with my butterfly. I think that's a wonderful idea. I'm gonna see if I can grab all my colors here. Get my red on the top. Wouldn't it be amazing to run into a rainbow butterfly? So one of my favorite things in the world is we have a butterfly exhibit that opens every single spring, and they have thousands of butterflies that they release. And you can go and see them, and everybody always hopes to see the blue morpho butterflies because they're just so vibrant, but they never sit still, and it's really hard to get a picture of one. So I wonder if any of you have ever seen a blue morpho. I am using regular colored pencils this time, but if you are a member, that is actually going to be one of our, that is going to be our new supply that we're going to be learning about in February. And we're going to be making watercolor pencil whales. So I am really excited. That was our top suggestion for art supplies that our members would like to learn how to use. And so we are bringing that to our members in February. So Willow, yes, oh yeah, I just saw your profile pic come back. So Willow has a blue morpho as her profile picture. You're very fast, because I can never get a great picture of a blue morpho anytime that I go. They never stay still for long enough. So what do you think? Rainbow butterfly. I'm getting there through all my colors here. Except for I'm running out of room. Let's see if I can get that purple in at the very, very bottom here. I did it. I got all the colors in. Okay, I still have my purple out, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this flower purple right here. I love it. Thank you for suggesting that. And I saw all of your other ideas and kind of excited because now I have a host of butterfly colors to use. So one of my problems with having too many watercolor or too many colored pencil colors is that I can never decide what to make anything. So if you ever have an art supply where you only have a few colors, that can really make you really creative, because you might use colors for things that you normally wouldn't use them for. And that can come up with some really incredible results. So if anyone joined me for the mushroom lesson last week, I ended up having a blue piece of grass and ended up making a blue toadstool. And that ended up being, I think, one of my favorite parts of that project. So I'm going to go for this teal colored flower instead of using a warm color and see how that looks. As far as the watercolor pencils, let me finish coloring this and then I'll grab the two that I have and I will show you because they're sitting on the other side of me right now. But Crayola is surprisingly a really great, inexpensive watercolor pencil, and it really does the job. And sometimes Crayola might not do that, but for the watercolor pencils, I'm going to show you. I'll show you the pencils that I have and what I did with them, so you can see it in person here. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of blue to the background, so what's behind and through this door really pops. Now this is a lot of coloring, so if you have a lot of room like this, you don't have to color perfectly. You can just add a little bit of color. So you can leave some wider areas around your pictures or your words. So your hands don't get as tired here. Especially when you did all of that designing, sometimes that can be a lot to color at the very end. And you don't have to choose blue either. You can choose any color you want. And then I don't want to forget my mat here. So let me get that colored. And I think I kind of want to make it a really pretty yellow. Almost like the color of sunshine. And maybe have this yellow kind of slowly change. Oh, smokestacks with flowers coming out of them. What a beautiful idea. And my light orange. And change it finally to a reddish orange all the way over here. So kind of the colors of sunshine. Come in here. You can always come back with colored pencils right on top of other colors. And add some fun marks. And you asked about watercolor pencils, so let me grab these because they're right here. You can hang on 1 second while all of you are coloring. I have two types right here. And I'll show you. Okay. I'm going to scoot the camera back a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here are the watercolor pencils that I have. This is just Crayola, and it comes with 24. And these are around $7 or $8 on Amazon. So but they work really, really well. And the other one that I wanted to try out was this. This is the Faber-Castell. There's only 12 colors. They're about the same price, and there really wasn't a huge difference in how well they performed. So for any of you who are curious what the difference is with a watercolor pencil and a colored pencil is, traditionally in the colored pencils that I was using today, the binder is usually wax or oil, and the binder in these is water soluble. So when you add water to the watercolor pencils, it kind of dissolves, a little bit like a gel stick, or I'm sorry, a gel crayon would do. So you can turn them into something like this. So this is what it looks like, watercolors, and it is, but it's watercolor pencil. So this is one of the lessons that is coming to our members in February. There's lots of different whales here, and grab a couple more. So this is a 4th grader. She wanted to do 2. She wanted to try out a green one. And I think, let me see if I can find it. There it is. And then you can also, she did narwhals, but same technique, using watercolor pencils, and she decided to cut hers out and, you know, create a scene, but she wanted them to pop, so she did the black and white, just like we did black and white for these. So this is watercolor pencils, and this looks a lot more complicated than it is, but that's why I'm really excited. That one's going to be one of the videos, so if you're a member, there's a video and it shows you exactly how to do it, as well as the step-by-step. So I am hoping, and there's also a training on how to use them more effectively, how to blend colors, how to use them for softer colors, more vibrant colors, and kind of ways to play around with them. So we're really, really excited about that. So while everyone is finishing up, I wanted to talk about, so tomorrow, same time, same place, we're going to be doing Alien in Trouble. And if you popped on later, we're going to be creating this alien, and this is watercolors and a Sharpie. Although you can always bring whatever you have. So if you don't have watercolors, you prefer to color the alien in with markers, with crayons, then bring those. But I wanted to tell you what we're going to be doing all week. So every time that you share, I'm going to have a sharing thread up. We're going to be entering you into a giveaway to win one of 5 $25 Amazon gift cards, and the drawing is going to be on Sunday. So that means if you are watching this and you're not live, you have plenty of time. But every single time that you create one of these projects with us and share your work, guess what? You're going to be entered to win, and then we're going to be giving 5 of them away on Sunday. So we are really excited to be celebrating with you all week the birthday of our Glitterbombers membership, and our membership opens the doors tomorrow, and we wanted to be able to give something back to you. So if you are live and you forget and you share it in 2 days, you have plenty of time. There's going to be a sharing thread for each day, and that's where you need to make sure that you share or you post or comment in there. Now, if you do not want, or your child does not want their artwork to be shared, message me, let me know. We really want you to be involved, but we definitely know that there might be kids out there who are creating right now who might not feel comfortable sharing. So message me so I can make sure that you get it in there. And then after you do, just maybe leave a little comment saying message you so that you can get in there too. Because I have kids, sometimes they want to share, sometimes they don't. So make sure that you do that. But every single day, like I said, if you miss one, you can come back because the drawing is going to be on Sunday. So there's plenty of time. but every single time you share, that's going to be one entry, and we're giving 5 of them away on Sunday. So thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And if you're watching this after the fact and you didn't make it live tonight, still plenty of time. I'll have that sharing thread up in about 5 minutes, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. And thanks for joining me. Good night, everyone.